Same time that Sickles is moving forward, 14,000 Confederates under James Longstreet begin to move down from the top of your map, Day 2 overview, along the backside of Confederate line. And they reach a point, and when they reach a point, they look towards Little Round Top, and they see that the Sickle Corps men can see them. That means this flank march that Longstreet is leading, is in plain sight of the Union Army. They have to change. So he turns around, goes back to nearly where he started, finds another route, takes that route, and about 4 hours after Lee wanted him to attack, finally gets into position. There's a problem. Lee can't do his original attack because of what Justin just said. Sickles is in the middle of the way. Why are there Union soldiers there? There's not supposed to be Union soldiers there if you're Robert E. Lee. So Longstreet has to adapt on the fly. His attack is led off on the next map by John Bell Hood, a Kentuckian leading soldiers from Texas, Alabama, and Arkansas. John Bell Hood begins to...
That's not John Bell. This is John Bell Hood.
That's John Bell Hood.
On the
Round Top at the signal station is Gouverneur Kemble Warren. Gouverneur Kemble Warren, his brother-in-law is George Washington Roebling, who designs Brooklyn Bridge. So there's Warren. But let me do the Confederate attack. John Bell Hood steps off. Now remember that in echelon attack that we did earlier? Hood has 4 brigades. 2 in the front, 2 behind. The idea is the front right one goes forward, the rear right one steps behind them and helps them out. At the same time, a little after the front right one goes off, the left front one goes off, and so on. Take a look at that map, though. Robertson goes off and does what he's supposed to, except Benning does not. Benning and Anderson, Benning is behind the brigade to Robertson's left, or right.
So the front right is
Law, front left is Robertson, back left is Anderson, back right is Benning. It's going to get very confusing real quick, but it'll make sense when we get to the top of Little Round Top. Robertson steps off. So does Law. Law separates from Robertson, causing Law to send 2 of its regiments to connect with Robertson, and 2 of Robertson's regiments to connect with Law. Both brigades are at half strength for the rest of the battle because of that. Anderson moves from where he is and causes a 3-brigade front to establish, leaving Benning with nowhere to go. So it's going to be mass confusion in the Confederate line. That's what this map is all about. So Robertson and Law are heading right toward us. And on this hill are 5 to 6 men from the United States Signal Corps. They're engineers. They're packing up. As they're packing up, there's a guy from New York that's going to show up to save the day. At this point, by the time this New Yorker shows up, the position at Devil's Den is already smashed and broken. There's a need for reinforcements to show up.